Sleeping Beauty by Eric Blair. Once upon a time, there lived a king and a queen who had no children. "Oh, I wish we had a child," the king said to the queen. Before a year had passed, the queen had a lovely daughter. Everyone called her Beauty. The king gave a splendid party and invited everyone he knew. 12 fairies came to the party. There were actually 13 fairies in the kingdom. One of the fairies was wicked, so she was not invited. As the party came to an end, each of the 12 fairies gave Beauty a special gift. "You will be the most beautiful princess in the world," said one. Another fairy came forward. "You will be the wittiest princess in the world," she said. The fairies gave the princess everything anyone could want. After 11 fairies had given presents to Beauty, the bad fairy appeared. She was very angry because she had not been invited to the party. The bad fairy put a spell on Beauty. "Here's my gift," she said. "When Beauty is 15 years old, she will prick her finger with a spindle and die." With that, the bad fairy left. Everyone was frightened, but there was still one fairy who had not yet given a gift to Beauty. "I cannot break the spell completely," the fairy said, "but Beauty will not die. She will sleep. After 100 years, a prince will come to wake her." The king wanted to protect Beauty. He ordered all the spindles in the kingdom to be destroyed. Beauty grew up with all the fairy gifts. She was clever, pretty, sweet, and kind. Everyone loved her. One day, when she was 15 years old, Beauty was alone in the palace. She wandered up the stairs of an old tower. At the top, she entered a room where an old woman sat spinning. "What are you doing, dear lady?" asked Beauty. "I'm spinning," said the old woman. "Would you like to try?" The old woman was really the bad fairy. As soon as Beauty touched the spindle, it pricked her finger, and she fell into a deep, deep sleep. At that moment, sleep fell upon the whole palace. Knights, ladies, guards, footmen, pages, grooms, maids, cooks, all fell asleep. And when the king and queen returned, they fell asleep too. A thorny hedge grew around the palace. It was impossible to enter. As time passed, many princes heard the story of Beauty and tried to get through the hedge. They all failed. After 100 years had passed, another prince came into Beauty's kingdom. He heard an old man tell the story of the princess who slept in the palace behind the thorny hedge. "I'm not afraid," said the prince. "I will get through to wake the princess." When the prince came near the thorny hedge, it magically became a hedge of beautiful flowers. It opened to let him enter. As soon as he had passed, the hedge turned back into thorns and closed behind him. The prince came into the palace and found the sleeping king and queen. He found the sleeping knights, the ladies, guards, footmen, pages, grooms, maids, and cooks. Finally, the prince came to the tower. He climbed the stairs and entered the room where Beauty lay. The instant the prince saw Beauty, he fell in love. He knelt at Beauty's side and gently kissed her on her ruby lips. At that moment, the spell was broken. Beauty awoke. She looked sweetly at the prince and said, "Is it you, my prince? I've been waiting for you for a very long time." The rest of the palace woke up. The thorny hedge disappeared. Beauty and the prince were married the very day after and lived happily ever after. This is Sleeping Beauty.